Oh, yeah, we're here in studio again for Extra Bases with Bristol and Booth. Jason Bristol, Jeremy Booth over there. Hey, Jeremy.
Hi, Jason.
What a day it was here in Houston on April the 24th as we record this. And the Astros moving Alex Bregman to the 2-hole, and Yordan Alvarez is now batting third. And it's funny, not a lot of reaction to it on social media. I mean, there was a lot of reaction when you were talking about it and that you thought that this should happen because the lineup was too top-heavy, and you thought, listen, move Yordan because that way you could lengthen the lineup, and now it's basically crickets today.
Huh. You know, it's we've had some moments here in Houston, Jason, the last 7 years. This is a good one. This one's fun. This one's fun because the amount of losing your minds that went on over me suggesting that Yordan Alvarez not hit second when he's been so productive not hitting second since he got here. It's been, I don't know, is contentious a word we could use? There's some aggression thrown this way. Mm-hmm. And then there was some really, really, really upset people that aggression got thrown right back at you. So what I would say is, you have to make a change, right? They were 7-17,
10 games under 500.
And I said after week one, or the first years of the Yankees, I said should have made that change 4 days ago, and they should have made it then. But no, we had to go another 20 games before we figured it out. You guys don't have any idea what's going on inside Minute Maid Park. You don't know what's happening with the brain trust. You don't know what they're doing. What you've had is some things let out of the bag a little bit. The questions that are out there are fair. They are fair. Is Joe Espada the right guy to lead this team? Fair question. Fair question, because we talked about that here before he got hired, and another name was suggested that had y'all losing your minds as well. And how's that working out in Anaheim?
Ron Washington is doing pretty well.
Oh, with a veteran team.
Which,
now, correct me if I'm wrong, but are the Astros, I'm going to go through the lineup. Let's see. Chas McCormick.
I'll save you the time.
Not his first day.
I will save you.
Please.
I will save you oxygen.
Scott.
Yes, the Astros are a veteran team.
Yeah.
They're a veteran team.
And the Angels' record is?
I'm pulling it up.
Oh. I'll wait.
I'm pulling it up. Listen, they're 10-15.
It's better than 7-17.
Yep.
And they don't have half the roster the Astros do.
They're only 3 games out of first as of this recording on April 24th.
And don't have half the roster the Astros do. And so it's a fair question to ask if Joe's the right guy. You know what else, though? Too late. Decision's been made. Okay? It's also a fair question to say, maybe we should have lengthened the lineup. We did that first. We did. And now you got sports media all over Houston saying, hey, lineup construction. I wonder where that started. Do you have any idea?
Although, listen, and I like the person who they thought it was overrated. Lineup where you slot guys is overrated. I mean, that's one of the posts on X right here. It said it was overrated.
Yeah, I thought it was would you say ranked between 1 and 200? And it was like ranked.
Well, that was a different
right.
That's a different one. That's a different one. I mean, think of this idea that of the top 200 problems for the Astros, batting Yordan second. Where does it rank in the top 200?
Oops. Maybe that person that was doing the rankings, or whoever those people were that were ranking people or ranking those things in 201, maybe they don't actually know the game much. You know what might be a good game for them? Just for me.
Here we go.
Basketball. Basketball might be a good game. You know what else we call that? Staying in your lane. Like, you don't hear me talking about golf. You know why, Jason? I don't know golf. I don't. Matter of fact, golf messes up your swing. So for me, I never played it. Okay, I don't know it. Hockey, I'm from LA, roller hockey. I don't necessarily know hockey. Okay, so you don't see me commenting on hockey. You just don't. Stay in your lane. Enjoy, know your role. Enjoy where you fit, because maybe that's a good thing for you. But I'll also tell you this part. They made a change. 25 games in, it's clearly not problem 201. It's not problem 19. It's problem 1 or 2. Pitching's an issue. Everybody's hurt, understandably so. And the offense has to be more productive. And if you lead the league in hits, if you're in the top 5 in all those categories, we're not going to waste anybody's time and go through them. To be 7-17 is ridiculous. There's 3 or 4 games you could turn around and go the other way with better hitting and with runners in scoring position, which is all the KHOU sports team, of which I'm proud to be a member, said. And if they win tonight, I'm going to post a picture from World Series in 2022, where I'm standing down the line after calling the no-hitter and calling how they were going to do it, with my arms outstretched after being called a prophet. And I'm going to post it. Even if it's 5-4, even if it's a longer game, I'm going to post it because you're already seeing better at bats. By the time we went to go do this, you're seeing better at bats. You're seeing more consistency. You're seeing a team, I guarantee you, with more energy. You know why? Because they're comfortable. That's why. You can't hit people or put people in places they don't know what to do in and say, figure it out, because my stat sheet or calculator says you have to. So, what I would suggest, Pumpkin, is soaking up what you don't know. Because the minute you think you got it figured out in this game, you don't. It's probably one of the few games like that. And I say that with a little bit of ignorance because I don't know the rest of them. And I can say that too. I know basketball a little bit because I did it. I know football a little bit because I did it, but I'm not a coach. I'm not someone you could put in the NFL tomorrow. I'm not somebody you could put in the NBA tomorrow, even though some people think they can do it all better than everybody else, and they get real snarky and say some pretty disrespectful stuff. Like cowardly, actually. Some pretty disrespectful and cowardly stuff. But I know this one. This one I know. And my partner over here, he knows it too. And when we talk about lengthening the line and putting guys in different positions, there's a reason for that. And the Astros are doing a much better job at the time we started taping this of executing those type of at-bats.
And it may not happen in one game. It's going to take days. Joe Espada, courtesy of Chandler Rome, saying that he tinkered with the top of his lineup, quote, trying to get Breggy in a spot where he's been successful in the past, trying to get him going.
Oh, so would that go to comfort? Just asking. By the way, that's not, Joe, I understand why you said that. That's not the answer. It's more than Alex Bregman. Yordan Alvarez getting out of the 2-hole solves 2 problems. It has 2 people that are more comfortable where they are, right? Pena and Diaz you could probably leave where he's at. Pena is in a place where he's still not comfortable either, okay? He's not a 6-hitter. But what you could do is you could put Pena back in 2-hole, or you go ahead and hit Pena 8 or 9. So more guys get on base and we have more of the thing moving. Pena's wasted in the 6th spot. However, Bregman's not. I'm not saying you hit him there. I'm saying he's not wasted there. So I think they're a step in the right direction. I can live with lineup tonight without complaint. No complaint. If you want to roll that out there and see how it works, that I can buy, because you're in a better position to lengthen the lineup. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm not. It just means tonight was a better step forward. You have 2 more moves to make, in my opinion, before you have what your consistent everyday lineup is. And one of them is, and I'll go on record right now saying it again into camera, is playing Mauricio Dubón until he tells you he can't play. There's no reason this guy's not in the lineup every day. He's not going to get exposed. The league knows who he is. Jake Meyers is not the answer to play every day. He's a 4th guy or a 5th guy. Run him out there, give guys days off. But you do not put Mauricio Dubón on the bench to play Jake Meyers every night. That doesn't happen.
I've done a lot of thinking the past 24 hours, Jeremy.
Okay.
Jeremy was recently, yesterday, on ESPN Houston, the Gallant and George show, ESPN 97.5 here. And Jeremy, after listening, watching, reading, I've really come to a conclusion.
What was that, Jason?
And it really hurts me to say this because we've been together for a long time.
Yep.
I think that how do I say this? I'm bringing you down, Jeremy. I'm bringing you down.
Okay. How I got it.
Here's why I say I'm bringing you down, Jeremy. Jeremy goes on a local radio show. Spoke for what, 45 minutes? You had a 45-minute segment?
Something like that.
Jeremy does this once a week, roughly. This is like one of the comments we get on our content here. If you follow the Astros closely but absolutely hate them, then this is the podcast for you. But only a psycho would follow something so closely that they absolutely hate. So I'm not sure who this is for. Come back to take away that star because Booth is off his rocker again. What a psycho.
Yep. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Basically, someone said on X that KHOU, why do you have these guys here? That's like skimming pond scum. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty. That's painful.
Yeah.
Jason, I don't know that I can go on.
Well, this is really hard for me, Jeremy. It's just really hard for me to see some of these comments, and then after your appearance on another media outlet. Let me read you some of the other comments.
Right. This is good.
Enjoyed the heck out of listening to Jeremy Booth. Fantastic show. I agree with what he's saying here. Excellent conversation, guys. Thanks for this. This was a great video. Agreed with everything. Some great takes by him. This is fantastic.
Wow.
Jeremy Booth needs to be a part of the Astros brain trust.
Uh-oh.
I've always enjoyed listening to Jeremy Booth. His knowledge is off the charts, and he's not afraid to say what he sees. Great guest appearance. Jeremy, I've come to this realization that I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the one that's bringing you down. I'm the one, when I look in the mirror now, I'm the one. It's me. They really hate me, and they direct it at you.
Well.
And I'm really sorry about that. So, Jeremy, get your wings flapping and go fly. Fly off somewhere great because I'm the problem here. It's not you, it's me.
First of all.
So if you leave, I totally understand because people like you better
when you're somewhere else.
When you're somewhere else.
When
you're with other people, Jeremy, when you're with other people, they like you better.
It's time for us to see other people, Jason.
It is time.
I'm going to
what it is time. You already did.
I'll say this. Thank you for all the people that did that. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
There's more, by the way.
Oh, there is?
There's more.
I don't look at.
You want to hear them?
I don't look at any of this.
I know you don't. I mean, this it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that you can go somewhere else and you get, I would say, compared to what you get on our channel, universal praise. And when I say our channel, I mean
with the podcast. I can
yeah.
say this. The stuff we do in the postseason and the stuff we do, from Minute Maid, right? And the things we do when it comes to Facebook Live, every time we do one of those, the fans are so insightful and the questions are great. I need to tell all of you fans, though, this because I don't know that you guys get it. Like, I don't pay attention to the comments, good, bad, or otherwise, because I'm delivering what I believe is my opinion.
Sometimes you pay attention.
I pay attention to some of the stuff that's disrespectful and I use the word cowardly again, but I don't. I really don't. So thank you for all the nice stuff you said.
Yeah.
You know what else? Thank you for the negative stuff you said too, because that says a lot more about you than it does about us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more,
but it's better. It's really good when you can keep those receipts and go back and say, hey, remember when I said that Seth Beer was was not going to be good.
Right.
Corey Lee was a reach as a first round pick.
Right.
We can go on and on and on and on.
There's a laundry list of things that we said here that we're right about. And like I said last time, I think that the people that don't like the content they hear have no clue. First of all, I'm just going to say this: you have no idea what you're talking about. Second of all, when it comes, that's your right, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's your right to have no clue what you're talking about and make a buffoon of yourselves. That's fine too. But I'll also say that it really feels, and I feel so sorry for the people that do that. It really feels like you don't like yourselves and you have this insecurity about yourself and what you're saying to be that nasty to people. And then to run and get upset that someone's coming back at you, or me personally, I engage with you and I'll tell you from time to time what's going on. Man, that's an insecurity issue. And so I don't really worry about that. What I do know is that the content here and the content there what's the same.
Yeah.
I'm me no matter what. I'm not going to be somebody different with, look, nothing against Paul and Joe, because, I've been with PG on stage before, on TV before. And Joe was very fun to work with yesterday.
Yeah.
But when it comes,
got it out of the way that he called you a clown,
right
and then figured, oh, this dude's 6'5", 230. Maybe I shouldn't call him a clown.
And my guy over here, however, we have a much different comfort level all these years later. It's just I'm just who I am. It's me. And the bottom line is, what we do here is good. It's really good. It's just not all warm and fuzzy for you. It doesn't cuddle you up a little bit and bring you a pillow in the middle of the night when you can be alone and maybe fantasizing that you're Jeff Luhnow. I don't know. But what I can say is, or you're with Jeff Luhnow, maybe that's your thing. I don't know what it is. What I do know is that here we deliver the truth. It's called authentic. And some people don't like that, and some people do like that. But at the end of the day, what you give is what you get. And so I'm glad people enjoyed it. I'm also glad people didn't enjoy it, because either way, you're still a fan. Still a fan.
Pumpkin.
That's a good one. Thank you for dropping that in.
Listening to sports talk radio in Houston over the past couple of days. Woo.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that either. You've been filling me in.
Joe Espada, the takes on Joe Espada. Not good, man. Not good.
I have a hard time running people down.
Yeah.
I know people don't think that, but Jeff Luhnow, as much as I said about him and much I said about the Astros scouting department for the job they did in the draft, they deserved it. They deserve that. I don't think Joe's being given a shot yet. I think Joe's early. And I think that it's his first managerial job, which is why maybe this team wasn't right for him. Because, maybe a young manager, and meaning young in managing, not young in age, young in managing, could need a team where they got to make mistakes together. Maybe that's possible, right? A.J. Hinch was, who everybody loves here too, for good reason, was a manager in Arizona. And it went amazingly bad.
Yes.
And then he went to the front office and did some pro scouting stuff, and then came back out and went back on the field with the Astros, and it went much better, fair to say, right? And now he's in Detroit, and he's trying to do it all over again with a different mix of characters. And, Tigers have had their issues, but when it comes to Joe, maybe this wasn't the right fit for him. Okay, I'm willing to give Joe the benefit of the doubt there. I think today was a step in the right direction. I think that if you let him put people where they need to be, today's a step in the right direction. I will tell you this, and this I'll tell you, and I'll drop it here because I didn't drop this yesterday. Okay, I was in Minute Maid Park last week in our home, and I was having something to eat, in the press room, and talked to some of the analytics guys. I'm not going to tell you who. It's irrelevant. I told him, get Alvarez third. Get him out of 2-hole. Oh, we're trying to get him. I know what you're trying to do. It's lineup lengthening, lineup consistency. Yeah. We got to do something. Took 3 days. He's in a third spot. And they're better because it's a step in the right direction. This team is still a World Series caliber team when they're healthy. It's a World Series caliber team when they're healthy, especially in this division. If the Angels are 10-15 and they're 3 out, the Angels have no business being in that position with what they got. That's around Washington, have people believe in who they are. The Astros, they're reminding what's happening right now is the city of Houston is being reminded what it means not to win. They've been spoiled. You're being reminded what it means not to win. And instead of understanding the game and using all the knowledge you've had with so much great baseball played in front of you, you're upset. Okay, it's okay to be upset about losing, but you're upset at the people that told you so. And I always say this. I hate to be that guy. I don't want to be that one that says I told you so. And I do that because you're supposed to say that on camera. Let me be abundantly clear. I love being that guy, and I told you so. So now that we've got that out of the way, I don't care if you call it snark. It's not snark. That's direct. I don't care if you call it condescension. It's not. You guys came at me. I told you so. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's have better interaction, maybe. That's the way to say it. Let's have some better interaction, because the guy across from me has an Emmy named after him. Well, he should. He's got so many of them. I'll listen to what he's having to say, too. So look, we all want to report what's going on. We want to be good at what we do. We want to be accurate. There's some inside information here that can help people understand what's really going on with their team. And nothing but respect for the majority of the Houston sports media, for the majority of it. There's a couple of people that have crossed some significant lines that are really kind of afraid to deal with that, I think. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because what did Joe say yesterday? He said, I called you a clown and I'm 5'6" and you're 6'5". It's not anything like that. It's just when you stand with somebody face to face, there's a different presence. There's a little bit of, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I don't want anything to do with that. Not because there's any threat. Maybe because you have to stand behind what you actually said. Maybe that's why. Okay, because it's easy to do it behind a keyboard, behind an avatar, and as we like to say, or I like to say, fictional characters. Fictional. Okay.
Now the Astros, as I'm looking the box score, runners in scoring position, they're 1 for 7. They've left 8 men on base, which has been kind of the situation.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen overnight. It's I think they're playing on Hoth today. Remember, that's the ice and that's the ice planet in Star Wars. That's how cold it is there right now.
Yeah.
So you would expect that it would be a pitcher's game. It's 40 degrees and clear, and I think 40 degrees is being generous. But
they're in Chicago, right?
They're in Chicago.
Still 4-2.
Still 4-2.
Hitting with runners in scoring position, hitting in general, really hitting with runners in scoring position is mental. Do you know why? Because the stakes are higher. Everybody's ramped up. It's mental. You get pitchers try to get guys to chase out of the zone, and out of the zone doesn't necessarily mean a ball. It means hit a pitch that the pitcher wants them to swing at, because he's got himself into a situation to do so. It means understanding who to pitch to and who not to, because of damage can be created and continued extra bases. So lengthening the lineup gives the Astros a chance to do that. Now they still got to execute. They still have to do it. Okay. But hitting with runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs is a lot more different, or a lot different than hitting with runners in scoring position with 2. I would love to see a stat I'll admittedly say I didn't look up for all you analysts out there. Okay. I want to see how many times Alvarez has come to plate with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, right?
I think
over the course of the year.
I think I can find that out for you.
And I'm curious, because you have to get a hit. You have to get a hit, an error, or pass ball. There's some kind of way to get on base for a drop third strike. You have to do that. You can't drive runners in. There's less options. And so driving runners in with less options means less opportunities and higher stress.
As I look for this, I do have now the comments underneath one of our podcast teases.
Okay.
Of you basically saying that hitting Yordan continues to be a bad idea. How do you losers even have jobs? KHOU, at KHOU. Your choice in media is like skimming for pond scum. Jeremy Booth has most of us blocked because he's soft and can't handle criticism. Jason, stop giving a platform to a guy that is clueless and unwilling to educate himself. It's a disservice to everyone.
Wow. What's that guy's name? It doesn't matter.
These are from April 5th. So this is 19 years. Hold on. This is from 19 days ago.
Wow. So it's so important that we just found this today. Like, we look at this right now. I'm going to tell you, look, how you like me now? How you like it now? How's it feel? Does it taste salty? No. Is it sugary sweet? No. It's got to taste like something, because lineups moved around and we had 20 more games your way. Oops. That's all I got, Jason.
What did you want to know again about Yordan?
How many times Yordan Alvarez hit with runners in scoring position and 2 outs? So just that education part.
Yeah, I'm trying to read this quickly and provide the information in a clear and concise manner. Not a lot. 2 out and runners on score and in scoring position.
Yeah, I'm just curious. It's only been 4 games, 25. I'm curious.
So it looks like he had 3 plate appearances with runner on second and 2 outs. One plate appearance with a runner on third and 2 outs, so that's 4.
That's 4.
With 2 outs and a runner on first and second, that's 4.
4 more there. So it's 8.
And then a runner on third with 2 out, that's 1. And then a runner bases loaded with 2 out, that's 1. So you put all that together,
It's 11.
If I have this right, 10.
10. Okay. So how many times does he hit with runners in scoring position as a whole? Total. Because that's a lot in 25 games.
26 times.
So half the times he's been hitting there, he's hit with 2 outs, which takes away your options. If you're a guy that can't run, it means you got to get a hit. Can't hit a ground ball at somebody and give up the out. Can't hit a sac fly. It takes away your options. It's got to be a hit. Jeff Blum said last time I watched the telecast, he said, where were they playing? Not Chicago. They were home. They're home. He said, Yordan's got that base hit swing down. For those of you that don't know what that means, not all swings are the same. It means he's got his contact swing down. He's got his rhythm. He's trying to stay within himself. He's not getting loose and trying to hit the ball on the seat yet. There are different swings in this game. There's ones where you try to lift the ball. There's ones where you try to stay above the ball. There's ones where you try to match plane. There's ones where you try to open it up. There's ones where you try to stay in the left center. Those are 5 different swings I gave you. And then there's plane changes. Oh, can you quantify it, Pumpkin? No, that's called playing the game. Okay, and so that's what Yordan Alvarez is doing. So when you're putting him in a situation where he's got 2 outs and 10, that was 10, that's the number. He's got 26 opportunities.
Maybe more. I may have miscalculated.
Right, but let's just say 50%.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Half the times he's hitting with runners in scoring position, there's 2 outs. He's got to get a hit. What's that do to your mind? How many people in any walk of life function well when they can't concentrate or when the stakes are too high and the stress is through the wazoo? You know what it takes to slow yourself down in front of 40,000 people? I can honestly tell you I don't, because I didn't do it in front of 40,000 people. But I can tell you what it takes to slow yourself down when your money's on the line. That I can tell you.
Some people will come back at you and say, well, look what he did against the Mariners in the postseason 2 years ago in 2022. I mean, everything was on the line there. Hit game-winning home runs. I mean, how's that different?
I'm talking about 2 outs and having to get a hit. When you look at what happened in those situations, what was the one game against Philadelphia? Was that Ranger Suarez came in? No, it was somebody else.
No, it was Alvarado.
Alvarado came in and faced him. And I told it to Jason, and I said, that's a mistake. Remember I told you that? I said, that's a mistake because Alvarez is going to kill this guy. He's going to wear him out. Guy went deep. Okay? What it means is that in that situation, he's slowing it down. He has the whole field to work with. There weren't 2 outs, and I don't think there were.
I'll look.
But there were options to be able to be had in the postseason. And all he had to do was wait this guy out for a mistake. You're talking about somebody hitting second lineup who's never done that before, behind Jose Altuve, who swings pretty often and consistently and has to hit with guys in scoring position with 2 outs all the time. Do you know how many outs over? You find it?
I'm looking.
Yeah.
1 out.
1 out. Oh, I'm sorry. And I didn't even remember the play.
Runners on first and third, 1 out.
Oh. So not hitting with 2 outs and you know what? I'm tired of being, call that condescending all you want. I'm tired of being right. Next time I come in here, there's going to be a scoreboard right there. And it's going to be like Bristol and Booth and X fans next to it, right? X on this side and Bristol and Booth. And we're just going to start tallying this stuff up. We'll try to see how fast we can get to number 201. Who's got more 201 things right or wrong? I'm sorry.
Do you think we can talk like actual? Well, we did talk.
We're doing it right now. This is the issue in Houston right now.
Yeah.
The issue in Houston is how are they going to win games? And for us, the issue is this absolute venom and vitriol that we've been taking from people who have no idea how to do anything that we do. And if I handed you the microphone, if I put you out front in live TV, if we took you to the World Series and had you predict all of this, or if we had told you to go find stories and create them and talk about what that was with depth, could you do it? Because I'm not sitting in economics class looking over your shoulder telling you what you're not doing right, especially when we're right all the time. Like all the time. Like it's really good. It's all the time. And we don't even say this. We never say it because we're not supposed to. It's all the time. Like I might be like, we might be 99 for 100. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's really good. Is it Halloween?
Yeah.
Is it Halloween? Because I'm looking for pumpkins. I don't know. All right, I'm going to get off that.
What it is I think people don't. It's like that whole rose-colored glasses thing.
I genuinely believe that the people in Houston are outstanding. I love the fans. I love the people. I love everything that's going on. I love it. I really do. There's just a very small sect of people that just aren't really good people, because some of the stuff that goes and just to say it like that, you've had your 15 minutes here. You're not getting any more attention. You're not getting any more time. You want to watch. You don't. I guarantee you can't stay away from it because while you're fictional characters, we're out here telling the truth. And if you really want to know what's going on, there's good Houston sports media people. It's not just us. We're good. We're good at what we do. I'm good at what I do. I got the easiest job in the world. You know what I do? I show up and I look pretty and I talk baseball on TV. This guy over here does all the work. And so do the people around the city that are very good at what they do. So you've had your 15 minutes. We're going to get back to talking real baseball, and we're going to continue to be right. And if you really like what's going on in the game, you might tune in and listen. That's all I got, Jason. Back to you.
Back to you. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to another Extra Bases with Bristol and Booth. If you have your comments, questions, anything else, leave them below. We will answer them.
Even Pond Scum.
Yeah.
Probably not going to answer that one.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Till next time. Have a good one.